Today we are going to be getting into a very dewy, fresh face. This is gonna look flawless in person. This isn't one of those look like shit in person kind of vibes. I always hydrate my skin. Right now I have the Algenist moisturizer, the Genius. It's been sitting on my skin for about 30 minutes. I like to kind of have a gap in between putting moisturizer on and then primer if I'm doing both, just because I want to be able to make sure that it doesn't like pill up or anything like that. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier foundation primer. Any hydrating primer you have. Hangover RX is a really great one. Ulla Henriksen's Banana Bright face primer is everything. Super glowy, super pretty. A lot of times if you have dry skin, it will definitely stick to certain spots in your face that are dry. So just make sure you're super nice and hydrated literally everywhere. Do your brows whenever you feel comfortable, but I, especially with a more natural finish, like to do my brows first. So I will be right back with my brows on. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Cosus Tinted Face Oil. I just shake it up. This is a newer brand in Sephora and I really love them. They're super clean, they have great ingredients, and they're pretty innovative with some of the stuff that they do. So like the concealer has like black tea in it, which is so good because it wakes up your under eye. So it's doing more than just concealing, it's also helping your skin. So we love a brand that puts skin first. So this is in tone 05, and I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand like I always do. This is perfect for my self-tan shade, so it's going to be darker than my skin tone. Just know that I self-tan, so we don't ever match anything to my actual skin color. I'm just going to get it down. A little goes a very long way. I use like 2 or 3 drops, and this is going to go over my entire face. I think this like face oil is like the next generation of foundation because it doesn't sit on your skin all like oily. Like it doesn't feel like a face oil. It feels like and it doesn't feel like a CC cream or a BB cream. I feel like BB creams and CC creams feel so gross on your skin. Like, no offense to the CC and BB creams out there. I like to put it over my eyes. I don't like to have that like white showing through under the eye. I think that looks a little strange. You can do this with a beauty blender, but I think for this specific foundation, a brush or your fingers is honestly the best. If you want a little more coverage, put a couple more drops on the back of your hand and give yourself a little bit more coverage. If you want to like really step it up with the coverage, you can grab a traditional foundation. I'll just do it real quick to show you guys. I actually really like this. I am so okay with leaving this the way it is, and I do this all the time. But if you are struggling with acne or something and you just need a little more coverage, take the smallest amount on the back of your hand and then just like place it wherever you're really needing it. Just bouncing it where you want that extra coverage is all you need to do. Now we're gonna use a little bit of the Shiseido Synchro Skin Concealer. This is the best concealer. If you're new to my channel, I rave about this stuff all of the time. But with a skin-like finish, I'm going to use my ring finger and I'm just going to pat it into my skin. And you really don't need very much of this concealer, so I'm gonna take a little bit of what I've got, put it over on this side, and it just flexes with your skin. It kind of becomes like a second layer of the skin. It's creamy, but not so creamy that if you're oily, you'll hate it. Like, it's just the most underrated beauty product. That area around your eyes is so sensitive. So you just want to be very careful. Even if it doesn't feel sensitive, even if you're young, it's still very sensitive, and you want to take care of it no matter what age you're at, so that when you're older, you age so gracefully. Looks good. You don't want to bake, especially with this look, because you could definitely get like a white cast. You could ruin the dewy effect. I really just want to set, if I can only find my brush. I'm going to take this brush. This is the Fluffy M501, I think. Yep, M510, sorry. Just going to pick up the smallest amount, take even the smallest amount off, and then just set the under eye. And then set your lid just a little bit. Make sure that if you're creasing, you just like get rid of that. Set it a little. This ensures that like you don't get any creasing, nothing's like looking all funny. You just kind of set those spots. And I have like larger pores on the sides of my nose, so I like to just set a little bit on each side. Now we're going to do a little bit of blush. You could use Iconic London's. They have a really great liquid blush. I'm going to use this Giorgio Armani. This one is really great because it's got this really pretty like corally color. You guys know I love my corally colors. You definitely don't have to be using something strictly for blush. You can literally use a liquid lipstick. You can use anything that you really like. I feel like liquid products are the best way to get a super, super natural finish. So find what you love. I remember when I was a kid and like using your fingers for your makeup was like not it. Like I remember watching like Snooki and JWoww. I know this is so embarrassing. Snooki and JWoww like went to this girl's house because they had like a makeup show that lasted one episode, I think, and they asked the girl like where her makeup brushes were, and she's like, I don't have any. And I was like in the same boat as this girl who also didn't have any, and they're like, you don't have makeup brushes? So from then on I was like, oh my god, I need makeup brushes. And I was like embarrassed not to have makeup brushes, and then I realized like I really don't need makeup brushes. You really don't need makeup brushes to make like beautiful skin. So for contour, I'm going to use a little bit of this liquid Armani. This is just a contour shade. It's called A-Contour. I'm just going to take a little bit of it on my two fingers, my middle finger and then my ring finger, and just slowly work it in. I like this because it's like a nice cool shade, but it's definitely not like a gray tone. So it's kind of like a nice cocoa color, which is perfect for a really pretty, nice, natural contour. I know it's a little backwards to be doing like blush and then contour, but sometimes I feel like you can get a better placement by doing your contour last. So I know it's a little backwards, but test it out, try it, and let me know if you guys like it or hate it. Just try your blush a little backwards. Learn your face shape, because that is the most important thing with makeup, is just learning and playing with your own face, because it's gonna be different for literally everybody. If you don't have like a liquid contour you wanna use, just use a little bit of a darker shade foundation. Try to go with something that's got a little bit of warmth, a little bit of coolness, depending on your skin tone. If you're a redhead, something with a really nice peachy undertone will look really great for you if you're looking for a good shade. If you are very pale, something with a little bit more of a cool tone might look better on you. And then if you're a little darker, sometimes a nice like dark warm color will just like be the cherry on top. Just stamp it on the sides of my nose. Ooh, whatever. And then I'll just do a little bit through here. I really don't like to draw lines on my face, but this product luckily doesn't dry really quickly, and it's super blendable, so I'm not really worried about it, but I would not ever normally recommend drawing lines on your face. I always kind of like contour my eyes a little bit, so put a touch right there, and then since I have hooded eyes, I like to go on my bone instead, right through there. So I'm just kind of sweeping this across that bone. Right now I'm just trying to get it in the right direction, diffuse it out, and then you can work on going up to like make it more soft, you know? I like to take it and put a little bit right below my lip, right there. That might even be too much, but that's fine. Kind of just gives your lip that like lift. My lips go in right here and then they go out right here. I don't understand. So I'm going to kind of create the illusion that they do the same thing that they do on this side. I don't know, I feel like when you're filming yourself, you like see all your like imperfections on a very daily basis, and they kind of become very apparent for you, whereas like I would have never known that my lips were naturally lopsided, which is fine, we're human, none of us are perfect. I'm using a little bit of this Rose Gold by Charlotte Tilbury. This is all I've been doing. It's just so simple. I mean, I honestly wear no makeup 90% of the days in my life. So I just kind of plop that little like rose gold on my eyes from Charlotte Tilbury. And if you want, you can take a little bit of, where did it go? Is it this one? Sorry. I take a little bit of like a shimmer and place it right in the center, but I want this to be natural, so I don't place a ton on. And I like to bring the shimmer all the way up. A little shimmer never hurt anybody. Okay, this is really basically it. For my lips, it's so simple. I just take Spice by MAC. You guys know Spice by MAC is my whole life. Not really, I'm just joking. but I like to overline and just be careful when you're overlining. If you want to make MAC liners creamier, put a chapstick on before you do the lip liner and it'll glide on so much quicker than it would without one. Create a little gradient. Then I like to take like a clear gloss. This looks pink, but I'm telling you it's clear. I don't know why they put color in it. It's like almost like a clear gloss. But then I just put that through the center. I like to play with my natural lip color, and I definitely encourage you guys to do that also, because when you play with your natural lip color, it's like the best lip combo you can try and come up with, because it's what you're naturally given. It's what's gonna look the best on you. I mean, unless you're doing a little red, that looks good on everybody. But unless you're doing something super poppy, I think this is so great, so easy to do. Any liquid highlight is fine. This is just what I have with me right now, so that's why I'm using it. But I'm just going to put it in those places where the light hits my face. This really just gives you that extra glow from within. And honestly, this is kind of where I stop. I usually won't put on mascara just because it's such a bitch to take off at the end of the day. But today I will put on a little bit of mascara. So I just popped on a little bit of mascara, and the last thing that I'm going to do is set with a little bit of the Pixie Rose Glow Mist. Okay, if I'm being real, there's Milky Hydrating Mist in here. So I can't even say it's the Rose Glow Mist. I'm traveling, so I put it in this super tiny one. Hacks, okay? Anyways, I'm just going to use this. Ooh. This setting spray is so much better than any other setting spray you will ever use in your entire life. And since this is a dewy look, girl, go ham. I love it. And then for my chest, I love using this Iconic London. Look at that. It's like a potion. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna do that on our chest. Oh yeah. You can take your brush and just like make sure there's no like spit up kind of from the bottle. Oh my god, I hope you guys like this. I'm sorry my bra literally keeps showing and I don't know how to hide it, so I hope you guys are cool with that. Anyways, oh my god, there it is again. If you try no other technique or product or anything from this video, please get your hands on this. It is so bomb. I was so pleasantly surprised with this product. It's so new, so different than any other foundation I've ever tried. So I would highly recommend that you try this. And with the other products, you definitely don't need to have Armani. It's not necessarily better than other ones. It's a great product to have. It's super fun to play with. But Iconic London has some really great liquid products. Fendi came out with cream blushes and everything. Don't forget to subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, or you will literally never ever know when I post a video. I don't know why you can subscribe and not know, but hit the notification bell. If you guys do want to follow me on Instagram, where I post a little bit more of my personal life and everything, follow me at Kailin Chase. I hope that you guys like this video and it wasn't too like eh. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. Anyways, love you. Bye.